key like priorities, right? And knowing what comes before the other. And when you have priorities that are all out there, like these are all my priorities, it gets very, very, it's fuzzy and confusing. When I say priorities, like literally, this is first, this is second, this is third, this is fourth, this is fifth. And for me, my spirituality is first, and so call it God, call it the universe, call it whatever works for you. But for me, it's God. That's first, right? So getting up in the morning and getting into that day, getting into a good mindset, getting into prayer, and just, all the noise of the world, which we all kind of are accustomed to. I should speak personally of me. The second thing is myself. So putting myself ahead of my family, ahead of everything is really tough as moms.
Yeah.
Right? Because, it's not like, oh, you're going to cry. I'm going to go to the gym. You just keep crying for a few. I mean, you're not going to do that, right? Especially when they're young. And I have little ones. So it's tough, but you have to put those things in your schedule. So it all comes back to, what are you scheduling? What you value. If you want to know what you value, look at your schedule.
Yep.
I mean, and if you don't like what you see, then you have to change your schedule. You have to change the priorities, which then you get scheduled in. So for me, I'm like, okay, am I going to work out 3 times or 4 times a week? Yeah. That gives me breath beyond like trying to, look decent in the wintertime and all those important things. Right. Yeah. That gives me energy, that gives me breath, that gives me like this sense of myself. Yeah. So that's really important. And then after that, my relationship, right? My relationship with my husband. That's really important. And again, that gets, sometimes kids go first and then after, but that's the third one for me. And then obviously my kids are everything, as mom. And then everything else is after that. Now, I don't always like live every day like that, right? Because some days I'm doing a lot for work and my priorities are out of whack. Right. But when life works for me, I'm into my priorities, and when I left my corporate work, I knew I didn't just want to stay home. I was like, I'd go to moms groups and they're talking and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I could do this full time.
I know.
I knew I couldn't, quite honestly, because I was in corporate for 8 years while we were growing our business. Yeah. I like talking about business. I like talking about my kids, of course, and what the new things are, but I can't only talk about that. It makes me nutty. Or like people going to like the gym for 3 hours or taking classes and coffee with their friends. Like, I love that. I have friends. I love that. I can't do that every day.
Me too.
So I needed to create something just for me.